What's down there?
Golden elixir.
But I'm full of stuff. Alright, back to the crypt. Ugh, this maze. Fast travel in this game would be really nice. With all the running around I have to do back and forth. Okay, finally. You'd think Louis would have a bigger inventory space with his coat. Yeah. I would think so too. Look at how many pockets are in that thing. Alright. Getting more skill points just in case. Please tell me that I can read stuff from this Bible. Here we go.
The Bible must mean the lance which finally took the life of Christ.
Remember to find the clue. Search in the Gospels.
4 Gospels each give an account of the death of Christ. Let's see what they can tell me about the lance.
Yeah, this is what I was looking for. According to Matthew.
There's nothing about the lance in this account of the crucifixion.
According to Luke.
There's no mention of the lance in what Luke says about the death of Christ.
How about Mark?
This apostle does not mention the lance in his description of the death of Christ.
How about John?
Ah, there.
When they came to Jesus and saw that he was dead already, they broke not his legs, but one of the soldiers with a shimmering lance pierced his side, and forthwith there came out blood and water. And he that saw it bore witness, and his record is true, and he knoweth that he saith true, that ye might believe. A shimmering lance? What is this telling me?
Find a clue of what the lance looks like. Know who it is. Yeah, I need to. Yeah, fine.
The medieval Hermetic traditions evoked the idea of using noble materials for relics, which the monasteries often made themselves in order to attract pilgrims. Of course, they had to inspire greatness. So here, we might think of gold, whereas a centurion could not have hoped for anything better than copper at the time.
We already knew that already.
The true lance would not have been a luxurious weapon.
Yeah, but we already knew that. That didn't really tell me anything new. I used up 3 points to find out something I already knew. The exegesis mentions a shiny metal, copper ring, boar-shaped. Is there anything else?
The Bible must mean the lance which finally took the life of Christ.
Remember or find the clue. Alright, well, let's see how many we can narrow down. So, boar-shaped, we're looking for a copper-rimmed, boar-shaped lance. We know it's not gold. So, examine.
I can see that this lance has a so-called leaf shape. It is made entirely of iron. I can see that the tip is engraved with the symbol of the sun.
Entirely of iron is not enough. It needs copper.
I can see that this lance has the characteristic shape of a spear. It is made of iron, and its tip is engraved with a cross.
Doesn't have copper. Doesn't have copper.
A fragment of amber.
I'll take that. Alright, let's narrow this down, folks. These lances are just lying around. Something as important as the lance that pierced Christ's side is just lying around randomly. Seems a little odd.
I can see that this spear has a so-called leaf shape. It is copper rimmed. I can see the tip is engraved with the symbol of the Eye of Ra.
I don't think it would be Eye of Ra, because I think Ra is Egyptian, not Christian. I'm pretty sure that people in Jerusalem or Golgotha would not have spears with the depiction of Egyptian gods on them. I don't think. That wouldn't make any sense to me. Let's keep looking. I mean, that's a candidate, but I think it's a really weak candidate. It would not be my first choice, but it's definitely more... The fact that there's copper and it is spear-shaped does kind of point toward it being a decent candidate. It's just the raw one just seems really, like, off. What is this one like?
Well, here we can see this lance has a leaf shape, is gold rimmed,
No gold.
and a fish is engraved on the tip.
No gold. Unless Piaggi was lying to us because he was giving us false information. But even the Bible, even what the Bible reading kind of confirmed. Well, no, the Volner was the one that said it was copper rim, not Piaggi. Piaggi just said it was in the shape of a spear.
Honey,
Thank
the
you.
remedy of the gods.
How about this one?
Well, we can see that this lance has a particular spear shape. It is coated in gold.
No, not
You can
gold.
distinguish the symbol of the fish engraved on the tip, barely noticeable.
Also, isn't gold actually super weak to have as a weapon? Yeah, gold is actually a really soft, well, comparatively speaking, gold is a softer metal. So I don't think it would be, like, particularly good idea. We already looked at this one, right? Yeah, I think we already looked at this one.
Well, here we can see this lance has a leaf shape, is gold rimmed, and a fish is engraved on the tip.
Is there no other copper ones?
We can see that this lance has a leaf shape, and well, it's in gold.
No, not
I
gold.
can see that a crucifix is engraved on the
That's-
tip,
no,
just
that's a red
barely
herring.
visible.
Yeah, the crucifix. No. No, that's all wrong. All wrong. How about this one?
Let's take a look at this lance here. It has a very special leaf shape. It is copper rimmed, and I can see a fish symbol engraved on the tip.
Copper rimmed, but it's a leaf shape. Isn't it the shape of a boar spear? Wasn't there one that said specifically it was a boar spear? That one is copper rimmed.
I can see that this lance has the shape of a boar spear.
Yeah.
The blade is partially coated in copper, and I can just make out the symbol of the Eye of
So
Ra
this one's
engraved on the tip.
This one specifically is talking about a boar spear, and it's plated in copper. The raw one, though, I'm not sure. Well, maybe they would. Maybe they would have shape of a boar spear. It's copper rimmed, right? Is it copper rimmed?
I can see that this lance has the shape of a boar spear. The blade is partially coated in copper, and I can just make out the symbol of the
That's the
Eye
one
of
that
Ra
fits the most.
engraved on the tip.
So far. The raw one might still be okay, even though I'm like find it really iffy, but the leaf-shaped ones are probably not the ones I want.
I can see this lance has a spear shape. It is copper rimmed, and it has been engraved with the symbol of the Christian fish on the tip.
I don't know if it would have a Christian symbol on it though, because these are people. Because Christianity, like, there were followers of Jesus. Christianity was a concept that came after Jesus died. Like, people followed Christ, so I guess you could technically call them Christians. But, like, it wasn't after Jesus died and, like, rose from the dead and, you know, resurrected, and then that's when, like, really the Christian faith really officially became an actual, like, religion. So I don't know if this is the right one. What do you guys in the chat think? Right now it's between these two. They're both copper. Well, this one's copper rimmed. This one specifically says it is a shape of a boar spear. But it said it's dipped in copper. This one doesn't specify that it's a boar spear. It just says it's in the shape of a spear. But it doesn't explicitly say boar spear, but it does explicitly say that it's copper rimmed. This one has a Christian fish on it. This one has the symbol of Ra on it. It's between those two, and this one's a leaf shape, which I don't think is the right one, because the leaf shape is different from a boar spear.
A leaf shape. It is copper rimmed.
And that is copper rimmed.
The symbol of the Christian fish is engraved on the tip.
Yeah, they put those three on the pedestal for a reason. Glad we're getting all this royal jelly.
I can see that this lance has a so-called leaf shape.
Yeah, it's not going to be that
It's
one.
clearly made of iron, and I can make out a sun engraved on the tip.
Okay. So it's either this one or this one. The thing is, this one's smack in the center. Like, this one is right in the middle. So if Mortimer was going to store something that important, like, logically, he would put it smack in here in the middle by these torches, unless he's trying to throw you off and putting it off to the side. But if he was going to throw you off, why would he put it into a pedestal right next to it? Why wouldn't he just toss it over, like, in one of the random spears on the floor, if he really wanted to throw you off? You know, if you're gonna throw him off, just throw him off all the way. Don't, like, play this whole game of, you know, putting it right next to the real one.
I can see that this lance has the shape of a boar spear. The blade is partially coated in copper, and I can just make out the symbol of the Eye of Ra engraved on the tip.
Copper rimmed. Shape of a boar sphere. Examine.
I can see this lance has a spear shape. It is copper rimmed, and it has been engraved with the symbol of the Christian fish on the tip.
I guess, like, maybe...
I can see this lance has a spear shape. It is copper rimmed, and it has been engraved with the symbol of the Christian fish on the tip.
If it's supposed to be useful against demons and Mortimer suspected of being one, wouldn't it be better to destroy the weapons rather than hide it or keep it himself so no one can steal it from him? I'm taking this one.
I must be sure of my choice. I cannot get it wrong.
Well, I don't...
Am I absolutely sure this is the one to take?
I'm not sure. What do you guys think? Should I take this one? I might be wrong. Would it be... Does it make sense? The Spear of Ra. Would an Egyptian... Would the Egyptian gods... Oh, gosh. Or would it be a Christian? I'm not really sure. Choose this lance or move back. I'm so... I wish I had... Move back for now. I wish I had something else, like another clue. Special sinisterism, artistic depictions. It's not this one. It's either this one or this one.
I can see that this lance has the shape of a boar spear. The blade is partially coated in copper.
It's only partially coated.
I can just make out the symbol of the Eye of Ra engraved on the tip.
It's only, but the thing is, it's saying it's only partially coated. So if it's only partially coated, does that mean it's less shiny than this one? Because this one is rimmed, or is rimmed and partially coated? Is rimmed also partially coated? Because rimmed is kind of partially coated too.
I can see this lance has a spear shape. It is copper rimmed, and it has been engraved with the symbol of the Christian fish on the tip.
So my logic is game logic. We know that this guy is not the one because it's in the shape of a leaf, not in the shape of a boar spear. This one,
This lance has a leaf shape.
this one is a leaf shape,
It's copper rimmed.
but it's copper
The symbol
rimmed,
of the Christian fish is engraved
and it
on the
has a
tip.
Christian fish on it. So it has two of the three. It has, well, it has the copper rimmed, and it has the fish. This one has the fish and is copper rimmed, and it's the boar. This one is copper rimmed, and it's got the proper spear shape, but it's raw. So I feel like in order to make the game a little bit more difficult, they would have had both of these two would have the fish symbol, and then this one, which means if you didn't know, let's say you didn't know what the shape was, if you didn't know that it was a leaf shape or a spear shaped, but you knew that it had the fish symbol on it and that it was copper, it would be between these two, right? But since I know that it's spear shaped, it's actually between these two. So then the question becomes, is it the fish or is it the raw? Well, again, I think it's the fish because this has a fish on it. So in order to like make it harder for people who didn't know what shape the spear was, they would have had to have made this and this both have the shape of a fish symbol. If you know that the fish is specifically what you're looking for, is the Christian's fish. So that's why I'm thinking it's got to be the one in the middle.
lance
The only
has
thing that
a
makes
leaf
it,
shape. It is copper rimmed.
the only
The symbol
thing
of the
that
Christian fish is engraved on the tip.
that makes this a little weird and hesitant about is that I feel like the fact that this spear is right, again, the only one only one of three that are elevated on these pedestals here. This one is in the center with these torches, so it's kind of obvious this is the special one. This is a spear of particular importance. It feels like that's a red herring, you know. It just seems kind of obvious, even if I wasn't, if I had zero clues whatsoever. This clearly seems to be the most special of all the spheres because of where it's placed, where it's located. So I feel like me grabbing this, I just feel like it's too obvious. It might be a red herring. I don't know. But based on what I know from the clues, ignoring the fact that this is so prominently placed, I feel like it's the best candidate right now. I'd go with the fish. I don't know much about realism they'd base it on. I don't know how many religions people would play this and be offended. I mean, I wouldn't know because they slightly alter the Bible passages so in the game of lore. It'd be hilarious, well, not to player, if after all this work, the spear ended up being not an important part anymore in the remaining episodes. Well, I'm gonna take this one, even though it seems too obvious that this is the one.
I must be sure of my choice.
I don't know.
I cannot get it wrong.
I'm probably
Am I
gonna lose
absolutely sure
a
this
foot.
is the one to take?
If I don't choose the right one, I'll probably lose a foot. I'm gonna choose it. I don't know. Infiltrator. Skill, level up, conviction. So you gain 1 skill point in occultism and conviction. You have chosen the Holy Lance. Does that mean I chose the Holy Lance? I've chosen a Holy Lance. I don't know if it's the or a. A. Join your mother at the wharf. Is the mother is she gonna like tell me which one was right and which one was wrong? I don't know. Ugh, this game is so stressful. Watch the Devil's Thorn. It's taunting me because I don't need one. Watch the lance actually be in one of the sarcophagus, like the sarcophagus that I needed six physical strength to be able to you know get to. It's kind of disappointing I can't fast travel back to the banding back to the wharf is quite a hike. Game, can you let me fast travel? I guess the estate isn't that large, but when you're going all the way from the crypt. I have chosen the Lance of Longinus. Is it the Lance of Longinus? I convinced Cardinal Piaggi to help me. I succeed in extracting all the information from Von Wollner. Oh, without having to use up all the skill points to look up stuff in the books. That's good. I explored the crypt of the Mortimers. I have not found all the clues enabling me to identify the Lance of Longinus. I did not find all the copies of the Lance of Longinus kept by Lord Mortimer. Oh. Would he have had that in his office? Maybe I didn't search his office enough. I should have searched his office. Well, I hope that I found the right ones. We're gonna see what happens. I could have found more information, but I didn't. It's okay. I leveled. I'm trying to go for diplomatic mastery. Time given for opportunities increased by 50%. Oh, cool. Diversion. Time given for opportunities increased by 50%. Diversion. Occult mastery. I need 2 in occultism, 1 in subterfuge. Use the subterfuge skill 10 times to be quick to get another point in subterfuge. Okay. Yeah, diversion. I mean, oh, conviction is 3. Yeah, conviction is 3. Nice. Convince people with your sheer force of your will and attitude. Skill use is free. Nice. And then diversion, I only need to increase this up 3 more points so that I can legitimately get diplomatic mastery. I don't know why I got diplomatic mastery already. I haven't even gotten level 3 in diversion yet, but I'm about to, so just so that I'm legit, you know, my diplomatic skills are going up. And then I need 1 more. Politics or linguistics? I mean, I can go up in occultism, which I kind of want. I feel like I could use a lot more in occultism, because, yeah. Questioning, vigilance, logic, agility, etiquette, politics, linguistics, subterfuge, erudition, level 2. Let's go up to level 2 in occultism. Yeah, reduce cost and effort points by 3. So, like, I mean, I'm kind of going for a magey build, so having more in occultism is kind of up my alley. So getting up to level 2 looks like the type of build that I want. Unlocked diplomatic mastery. Diplomatic mastery. Where is that? Diplomatic mastery? Oh, I officially got diplomatic mastery. Okay. Nice. Cool. So, occult mastery, I'm actually getting pretty close to as well. I just need to get level 3 in manipulation, seduction. So this gives me motivation to start putting more points into seduction, manipulation, as well as a few more in subterfuge. So
I'm already pressed for time as it is. Mother's waiting for me on the wharf.
okay. Ooh, cool. Notes by de Richet. I get 1 point in manipulation, conviction, and occultism. Nice. Well, that'd be good. And I don't have any more of those notes. And then 1 point in questioning, and then still no other books. That's fine. Cool. Join your mother at the wharf. Once again, I have to go all the way through this maze. I'm kind of surprised I haven't been caught yet. Like, none of the servants, you know, work out in the... Like... Oh, hello.
Sticking your nose everywhere again.
Wow.
What?
What's the matter with him? Excuse me, monsieur. I don't follow you.
I haven't come all this way just to fail so close to the goal.
Why? What are you talking about?
I am talking about what you are doing. This conference is going to boost my career. There is no question of me letting you ruin everything. I just surprised Piaget and Volner talking. You are about to rob Mortimer. Give me what you took from him immediately.
Let's keep calm, please. I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, great.
I'll have to cut this short, quick.
Hit him. Make him... I want to hit him.
Look, I don't know what you're going on about, and I don't have time for this right now.
I don't want to hit
think on
him.
getting rid of me so easily, de Richet. Where have you been?
Oh, wait. Let me check again. I know Bonaparte's conviction is vulnerable to etiquette, but not conviction or politics. So I can seduce him.
Did Lord Mortimer tell you you could trust me?
Yes, but...
So, I'm working for him right now, and you're wasting my time with your questions. Look, if he hasn't taken you into his confidence, then you shouldn't know yet.
I'll soon figure out what you are up to. And I am convinced that you have indeed robbed Mortimer. The game is up. Give me what you took from him.
You know, this is becoming an obsession with you.
Show me what you are carrying, or I will call the
Diversion.
savants.
Because diversion isn't one of... Yeah. Get him in a muddle.
Remind me, who did you hear making these alleged charges against me?
His Eminence Piaget and Monsieur von Volner were discussing them when I joined them.
And remind me, during the conference, which side were His Eminence and Mr. von Volner on?
Sir Gregory. But what has that got to do with it?
And did it not occur to you for a single instant that they might have been speaking about me in front of you on purpose? To manipulate you? I trust them to detect novices who are likely to be taken in, yes.
Those sons of whores. Ah! So that's how they see me.
Be careful to make sure the conference keeps on going ahead smoothly, though. Please. It would grieve me to have to report you to Lord Mortimer.
No, of course. I'll make sure those two bastards get what they've got coming. Right.
Good.
We'll leave it there.
I'm
glad that things have been cleared up.
So, are we finished here?
Indeed we are. I shall leave.
I didn't feel
That's
right.
Go play somewhere else.
Go play somewhere else, Napoleon. I didn't feel right.
Come on. I have to hurry up and join my mother at the wharf now.
I didn't feel right just hitting Napoleon right in the face at that moment. Like, I actually like Napoleon in this game. I like him just fine. So, like, if I could talk him out of it, which is what I ended up doing, then that's what I would prefer.
Roland feeleth his death is near. His brain is here.
I need to use subterfuge a few more times to get that skill, so 2 more times.
Fragment of amber.
That was worth it. Even though I don't think I'm gonna get anywhere near close to filling up my skill points